Hello, this is New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com. Today is the 31st of July 2020, and in this video I'd like to revisit a post that I put on the website back on the 22nd of March about a band from the original New Wave of British Heavy Metal days called Raider. Now, back then there was, I believe from memory, there was more than one band flying around back then named Raider. And to avoid any potential confusion, what we're talking about here is the Raider that was from the Tewkesbury area in Gloucestershire. Now, they were only around for a couple of years, around the mid-1980s, when New Wave of British Heavy Metal was at its peak. But they were one of the many bands from back then that had the talent but not the breaks, unfortunately. And as a result have gone somewhat under the radar all these years since. And their output back then was limited to a couple of demos, really, but they were really high-class demos. The songs were like punchy, heavy, melodic, showed a lot of promise, and I guess in a way they were not too dissimilar to early Def Leppard. Think Hello America, Wasted, Overture, stuff like that Leppard did in their early days before they went all out Americana and, well, for me at least, lost their edge. Anyway, that's a slight digression. Back to Raider. Now, those nice people at Obscure Nawabum Releases have put together Raider's demos on CD, and even managed to find a few live tracks as well to increase the package, so to speak. And if you listen to it, and I hope you do, as if it was needed, here's yet more evidence of the tremendous amount of talent that was around back in the New Wave of British Heavy Metal days. And bands like Raider just couldn't break out because, well, all sorts of reasons, really. Competition, number of bands, limited opportunities, and all the rest of it. But Raider had the talent, not the breaks. The songwriting and song structure doesn't mess about too much. It's straight to the point, muscular songs all around the 4-minute mark or thereabouts. And they're all full of nice chords and licks, some really tasty soloing and hooks all over the place. It's excellent stuff. The first song, Excess, is a good example of that. It really gallops along at a pace in a frantic way, hits hard, big punchy solo, and a great foot-tapping sing-along kind of thing as well with its Do It to Excess chorus. Brilliant. Slightly sleazy even. This Is the Law then ramps it up a little bit with another memorable riff and a bit more of a complex structure to it, and a generally heavier feel in general terms. No Time to Die, Fight the Good Fight, or both rock along really nicely, and then Lay Waste to the World really heavies things up again. It's powerful, brooding, and dark. That finishes the demos, and then we've got 4 live cuts that follow that, and that's really excellent stuff as well. Especially for me, a song called Beyond the Sea, with its sort of gentle jingle jangle lead in before a few clicks of the drum triggers a release of the big chords, and then it's off to Rockland again. Excellent. And this song twists and turns nicely too between the powerful stuff and the gentler passages, and it's really tight all the way through. Excellent. But alas for Raider, they'd become another victim of that burgeoning new wave of British heavy metal scene back in the mid-80s, and I suppose there were just too many bands and too few opportunities, and Raider just couldn't grasp it for whatever reason. Really is a pity. Otherwise, had they had the breaks, Raider would surely have had a better chance than many, given the clear talent that's displayed here on the Darker Than Night. It really is excellent stuff. However, like many of these obscure Nawabum releases and whatnot, it's a limited run. There's only 500 CDs, and I believe it's 5, maybe 6. But a limited run. So you'll have to act fast if you want to get your hands on one. I got mine, as usual, from Sonic Age Records. I'll leave a link to their website in the description below. So if you want to go there and see if there are any left. There are, as I'm recording this, it's still up for sale. So there might still be some left when you're listening to this as well. But as I say, link to Sonic Age Records website in the description below. along with a link back to the original blog post as well, so do check that out. It's highly recommended stuff. And the liner notes in the CD mention that a couple of former members of Raider are active and have a band by the name of 360 and even have a debut CD out, so I'm going to try and track that down if I can. Anyway, do check Raider out. As I say, link below in the description to Sonic Age Records and back to the blog post as well. So have a look. Before you go, please subscribe to the channel if you'd like to, so you can be notified when we put other videos up like this around in the Wobham and whatnot. And as always, take care.